Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Born of Levi, and I'm coming back at you again with another Stupor of the Week. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to change this title from Stupor of the Week to Stupor of the Year because we have been tracking this fellow for the whole of 2022. And for the wrap up, he really made it for the wrap up of the year. So please, family, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the bell for notifications when I'm on. So please do that for me because I know you will be entertained.
Are you not entertained?
I know you guys can't say that, but please help me out. Let's do this, man. But you guys see the title, Blinged-out Brooklyn Bishop who was robbed during sermon hit with federal fraud and extortion charges. Can I get a Stupor of the Year for this guy, man? Come on, man. Can I get a Stupor of the Year? I can't believe that this brother has been on the Stupor of the Week, trending on this channel for the whole of 2022. I can't believe it. But I got to speak about this, and this actually happened last week. I know I'm a little bit late. I'm a little behind the 8 ball on this one. Look, it was published last week, 2019. I'm sorry, 2019, December 19th, but it was actually updated on the 24th. So let's take a look at this, man. Lamor Whitehead, right? Lamor Whitehead, who made headlines when gunmen stole $1 million in jewelry from him, is accused of ripping off parishioners and lying to the FBI. So this man is a self-proclaimed bishop, right? He was known as Bishop Lamor Whitehead. He was filmed live, during a live stream, being robbed in front of his congregation. People, masked men came in with guns drawn and supposedly robbed him of $1 million worth of jewelry, right? And this was happening live while he was streaming his quote-unquote church service. This is really crazy. So let's take a look at this article, right? It says Lamor Whitehead preached the prosperity gospel. And we know a lot of these Christian churches right now, they're preaching that prosperity gospel. A lot of these mega churches, this is how they make their money, folks. We try to tell y'all, right? Lamor Whitehead preached the prosperity gospel, but federal prosecutors say he meant it only for himself. Yeah, I love the way these editors and these writers write these articles, man. Like, what? The Brooklyn bishop, who made headlines over the summer when gunmen stole $1 million in jewelry from him during a live stream sermon, has been charged with stealing money from parishioners and lying to the FBI. So now the question is, what bishop or pastor in these ghettos have over $1 million worth of jewelry? I mean, the church that I grew up in, the pastors that I grew up under couldn't even rub 2 nickels together. So I don't know how this man managed to have $1 million worth of jewelry during a service, preaching a sermon. But let's continue. Whitehead, 45, who heads the Leaders of Tomorrow International Church in Brooklyn's Canarsie neighborhood, and this is my neighborhood, right, was hit with federal fraud charges for allegedly taking $90,000 from a parishioner. Wow. Purportedly to invest in real estate ventures. That was the hook, line, and sinker right here. I'm gonna invest in real estate, but the real estate I'm investing is in myself. But instead use the cash to buy luxury clothes and other items, right? He is also accused of pressuring another parishioner into giving him $500,000. Man, there was some wealthy people in his congregation. Wow. For real estate investment, and threatening him into handing over a $5,000 upfront payment when the man expressed misgivings about the deal. Prosecutors said in criminal court filings that were unsealed on Monday. This is insane, folks. This guy has self-proclaimed himself a bishop and was stealing from his congregation. And this is the sad part. And this is the reason why, people in 2022 do not want to give to their local church. They do not want to help finance what their churches is actually going through. I mean, people have to understand, if you're congregating in a building, you must give funds so that way that building could continue staying running, have the lights on, have heat, have running water. But because of guys like Lamor Whitehead, people do not want to give to support their church and continue to be fed. May the Most High have mercy on this man's soul, right? It says Whitehead right here is also charged with lying to the FBI when he claimed he only had one cell phone, when he actually had a second that he used frequently to conduct business. Federal prosecutors said Lamor Whitehead abused the trust. Lamor Whitehead abused the trust placed in him by a parishioner, bullied a businessman for $5,000, then tried to defraud him of far more than that, and lied to federal agents. His campaign of fraud and deceit stops now, said Damian Williams, the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. So they're going to put this man under the jail. You understand? And that's one thing. The federal government, Uncle Sam, they don't play when it comes to their money, right? Pay your taxes, you understand, and don't steal. That's the model. Let them steal, but you don't steal, right? I just want to put that out there. So this man is going to do some time, right? So let's continue reading. It says Whitehead, who lives in Paramus, New Jersey, was arrested Monday morning, federal prosecutors said. And it wasn't immediately clear if he had retained an attorney. The bishop, quote unquote, I want to say quote unquote, who preached the prosperity gospel. And you see, and that's the garbage that the modern day Christian church is pumping right now. The prosperity movement, the prosperity gospel, and con artists and thieves are making a killing off of this. They're calling them. They're leaving the drug world and leaving behind their street life and trying to clean up their money through the church. This is crazy, family. Like, we really have to look out for these people who are living lavish lives with the money of the people, man. It says the bishop who preached the prosperity gospel, the belief that material wealth stems from one's devotion to God. And I don't know what scripture that is. I don't know. If anybody could find that scripture where it tells you that your prosperity or your salvation or your material wealth, how much material wealth you have, is tied to how devoted you are to the Most High God. I don't know. Has long been a colorful character in New York's religious firmament. He was well known for sporting sharp suits, right? And scads of flashy jewelry. And we've seen it. We've seen it time and time and time again. Every time I covered this guy, he was just in some flashy clothes or in a nice car. And I seen a video where this brother was in his house and he took the viewers, whoever he was talking to, into his prayer closet. And this prayer closet looked like someone's bedroom, but it just had nothing but like expensive suits, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all these stupid name brands that don't really mean nothing, because you're paying all this money just to have someone's name on your body. So you're a walking billboard and you're not even getting paid to advertise these people's clothes. People don't even understand that part of it, right? So I've seen the evidence. Like, this guy, he put himself on Front Street, right? He made himself a target. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to do your dirt, if you're going to do what you're going to do, You know what I'm saying? Why expose it to the world? He wanted to be known. He wanted to be seen. He wanted to be the flashy pastor, right? It says here, Whitehead enjoyed a close relationship with New York City Eric Adams. So like now they're trying to tie New York City Mayor Eric Adams to this guy. These people are playing so dirty right now. It says Whitehead enjoyed a close relationship. It says a close relationship with New York City Mayor Eric Adams. When Adams was the borough president of Brooklyn, Whitehead ran to replace Adams as borough president in 2021, but garnered few votes and lost in the Democratic primary. So this man was trying to clean up his money, man. He was trying to make a name for himself, but he was doing it the wrong way, right? In July, Whitehead was the target of a brazen mid-sermon stick-up when two masked gunmen ran up to the pulpit of his Brooklyn church. They made off with $1 million in jewelry and high-end watches Whitehead was wearing. Family, I don't know about you guys, but if my pastor or if whoever is feeding me got a $1 million watch on or has $1 million worth of jewelry on, and I'm suffering in the ghetto and I'm in the projects or I'm in a building or I'm in Section 8, come on, man. I'm telling that pastor, why don't you pawn some of that jewelry and distribute it with the saints of the church like they did in the book of Acts, right? They did that in the book of Acts. Everybody brought their wealth together and then they split it and they gave it to every man according to their necessity. But, you know, this prosperity movement, this prosperity doctrine is only going to bring more greed. So, you know, I had to cover this, man. So we're going to have to give so-called Bishop Lamor Whitehead the Stupor of the Year. That's right, folks. Here is your Stupor of the Year. Bishop Lamor Whitehead. Congratulations. You are the Stupor of the Year. And family, don't forget to please subscribe. Share this video, share this content with your families and your friends. And let's keep an eye out for what the Most High said will come on this earth. The stupor that will take the inhabitants of the earth. Will we find it? Tune in next time. Peace and blessings. Love you all.